Hi again. Thank you so much for being there, here. I have a mic, so yeah, I hope the sound is going to be better. There's so many variables here in India all the time, besides the dog and the car and then the electric, so it's like, it's unpredictable. So we just, do the best we can. Today I want to speak a little bit about the routine of the Ashtangi. And this is a question, and I think it's a great question. And there's this vinyasa. Vinyasa is the action of putting one thing after the other in harmony and in awareness. And yeah, we repeat. We are masters of repetition in Ashtanga. And it's not only in our asana practice, but also in our lives. Our lives become like this very sober structure. And this structure, especially in the early mornings, supports the rest of the day, supports our relationships, supports our projects, our creative nature, supports everything we love and everything we live for. And what is the purpose of this ritual, of this routine? The most important thing is to remember that our yoga practice is a spiritual practice. It's a moment to go within, to be with ourselves, to thank God and, for all the blessings we have, for being alive, for having our bodies, for having our teachers, our practice, we are so, so lucky. So just first thing in the morning, you open your eyes and you take a big breath. Oh my God, thank you, I'm here again, let's do this. We go to the bathroom, and after going to the toilet, we are going to clean our teeth, our mouth. It's very important to have a clean mouth for practice. And especially we're going to clean our tongue. So there's these tongue cleaners, they're like this little metal thing, and we use it to how can I say, there's like a layer of white material that gets deposited in the tongue during the night because the body is releasing toxins and everything. So we come and clean our tongues. This is so beautiful. This is from Ayurveda. This layer, it's called ama. And when you take it out and then you clean your tongue and everything, you're going to feel your mouth very, very fresh. And it's beautiful while you're practicing to feel that freshness, because as you're breathing, also this freshness is going to come into your head and your ears and your throat and your lungs. It's like, for me, it's one of my favorite rituals. Then I go into my kitchen and I warm up some water. And what is this water for? Yeah, it could be for coffee. My teacher used to say, no coffee, no Ashtanga yoga. But that was a long time ago. Now he's not drinking coffee. He's drinking green tea. He realized coffee can make us very rajasic, and then we become like this yoga mean machine. And we want to be a little more calm. So yeah, green tea is a great idea. Personally, I prefer some hot water with lemon and maybe a little apple cider vinegar. For me, that's the best. Sometimes when I want to indulge, I put some honey into and then I just sit down for a moment in my bath, close my eyes. Usually it's dark at that time, so it's wonderful. Everything is quiet, everyone is sleeping. This is the best time to do your spiritual practice. It's called the Brahma Muhurta. It's the time of the day when spiritual practices have more resonance, and we also feel calmer. It's not the same doing an Ashtanga practice at night. I always recommend my students practice in the morning, first thing in the morning. Yes, this is Ashtanga. This is not other styles of Vinyasa yoga, or this is a spiritual method. When you're ready and you have drunk your 1 cup or maybe 2 cups, I actually drink 2 cups. Then you're going to start your practice. And you do your practice, you have to arrange your practice around your day. So, for example, if you are a mother or a father, you're gonna probably, have to like move fast because the kids are gonna wake up. This is how I did it for many, many years, and my practice was, completely around my children. And I was juggling a lot of balls and everything, but I would make sure I would do my practice first thing in the morning, because that prepared me not only for teaching but also for the demands of incredible. India is amazing. The demands of motherhood. Okay, so you go on your mat and you're full of liquid. Yeah, maybe you also want to take some coffee if your lemon and water is not enough to make you go to the toilet, because as much as possible you want to be with an empty intestine before practicing. Why? Because otherwise all those toxins are there, and with the practice we twist the body and we turn and we sweat and we like move, and if you're not empty, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. And also I just read that from the point of view of Ayurveda, the best thing is to evacuate everything before. So you may need to wake up earlier for that. And that means that you have to go to bed at a certain time. You cannot go to your mat if you have slept 3 hours. That's not smart. You need to have at least 7-8 hours of sleep. Because since Ashtanga is such a demanding practice, if you don't have enough rest, you're not going to make it. I mean, we are trying to keep this routine of 6 days a week for years. So if you're like not sleeping enough, if you're not taking care of your food, if you're not like doing this ritual, at some point you're just going to like let it go. So before that happens, make sure you go to bed earlier. The latest you want to go to bed is at 9 if you're aiming to wake up at 4. And please don't go to bed after 10, because after 10 then all the pitta, the fire gets awakened again, and then and then you won't be able to sleep. So go to bed early. Make sure you take your rest. Once you're in your mat, you do your practice, whatever suits you that day, whatever is possible. Anything you do is better than nothing. Even sometimes just sitting on the mat and having some time to just pray and just give thanks, and maybe focus your mind, because every day we have something that is more urgent or more important to do. I have the habit of having a little notebook by my mat, so when I'm starting my practice, I start downloading whatever it's important for me that day. If I have an appointment, or if I have to do a certain task or whatever, it's going to be there in your mat. And when you're done with your practice, you'll be able to just focus your energy like a laser beam. Once you do your practice and you take rest, please make time for a little meditation. Maybe you can sit for 10 minutes, that would be wonderful, but make sure you have some rest, 5 minutes at least, or you completely relax and let go. And then you keep going with your day. You review your list, where you're going to place your energy, because the intention is that we have a platform of stability and we feel enthusiastic, we're full of energy. Now we're ready to face the world. And where are you going to gear your drishti, your attention? And that's actually that 24-hour yoga. We are preparing ourselves so we can go into the world and we can just, pinpoint what we need to do that day. Some days we do a lot of things, some days we don't do much apparently, but we are always, as yogis, in this state of openness. We are always trying to listen beyond the words. We're trying to listen to the universe speaking to us. We're trying to listen to the example of other people that inspire us. We're also learning about, mistakes that we have made in our own path, and how to like overcome them. That's the constant intention of a yogi. You are like in this constant, not obsessive, not compulsive, but in this intention of just watching the world from the inside, not projecting your stuff in people. Oh, this person, I hate them, they ruined my life. Oh, that. No, we're just like, we become the center of our attention, because either way, anything that is happening in our lives is a consequence of our thoughts. Like the Buddha used to say, everything we think, everything we are, we manifest. So we want to manifest consciousness, we want to manifest equanimity, we want to manifest enthusiasm, gratitude, being positive. And yeah, sometimes it's very hard to do that, sometimes we are going through deep stuff, and we barely, that day we don't go out. We just stay home. Yeah, that's an option, but still we did our practice, and we are. We don't practice in the full moon, we don't practice in the new moon, and as women we don't practice during our menses. We hold the ladies' holidays because it's very important. During the day, after practice, you are going to feel more thirsty than hungry. So it's smart just to wait until you really feel hungry. Before that, you can drink water, hopefully warm water. Don't drink ice cold shakes or anything like that, because that basically freezes your digestion. This is also from the Ayurveda. The Ayurveda has so much, the Indian medicine, for us. We really need to know our doshas. We really need to know what disrupts our elements. And like for me, I'm a Vata. I have to practice in this rhythm. I cannot practice very fast because it just makes me more anxious. I also need like warm food, fresh food. I need to feel warm in my body, so I'm happy. If I am very cold, I get very brittle in my thoughts also. It's so amazing, all the knowledge that Ayurveda has for us, the Indian medicine. And then our day has this quality of being centered and being, patient. And yeah, things will happen that will try to just like throw us from our connection, of course. That's what life is about. But then we have like this platform of a calm mind to see if we're going to react, or if we're going to wait, or if we're going to just like be more mindful, or maybe we're going to just like say, I better ignore this person, or like, then we'll have more clarity in our mind to manifest the yoga. That's what it is about. Because if you do an amazing practice or postures or series, whatever, and you go out and you are unkind to other people, if you're lying to other people, if you're manipulating the truth, if you're trying some way or another to be entitled and righteous, and like, you're not doing the practice. This practice is more about walking the talk. So yeah, the postures will like take us there eventually. And yeah, in the beginning, it's a path of devotion and faith. Yeah, because sometimes you are like in your first years and you think you know everything and you're enlightened. Like, I'm sorry, but the first 10 years don't count in Ashtanga. Remember, the first decade is 0. You really start your practice on year 11, and then maybe you can start like, wow, yes. There, not there. It becomes, the map becomes clearer. And let us all remember also that practice is a preparation for life. Practice is a preparation for our dharma, our purpose. We all come to earth with a certain mission, and this amazing yoga helps us like clear our channels, clear our thoughts, and also clear our heart, and forgive ourselves and forgive others eventually. Not really forgive them, thank them for being a mirrors and helping us grow. So this is the routine of an Ashtangi. We started very early in the morning. This is the structure, this is the backbone for our lives. Thank you so much for your comments and questions. Namaste.